Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? It is Sunday, and you know what that means. That means we need to look in this virtual mirror, this camera, and take a look at the weekly goals. As you have seen, I report back to you every Sunday how I am doing in my business. Hopefully, this inspires you to tackle your goals. Again, I think goals are important. I think writing them down is more important. I think sharing them is even more important. And finally, tracking performance week by week is where it's at. It's what I learned in my 20 years of selling is if you don't track your quota, you track the activity, you break the activity, you work on the activity, and results happen. So allow me to look at the final week of my 13-week journey. This is the third summary or the third final week. I will be doing two more videos today about goals. This one is about week 13. I will be doing a second video about the 13-week summary, which is important. And finally, should I have time today, I will share with you my goals for the next 13 weeks. Again, I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm still trying to grow my portfolio. I'm trying to help you. I am showing you what I am doing in my business because I want you to see the work it takes. The course is the best thing I've created. Frankly, not enough of you are taking it because the group, while growing, and I'm happy, it's not helping enough people. And I take that as my issue because I don't really sell it or talk about it or market it at all. When you think about learning your market, you want to make a difference in real estate in this very owner-occupied, hyper bidding wars. You need to know your market. You need to be comfortable saying no, walking away from deals. Today's dangerous. So I take that as an issue I need to deal with. I need to figure out where I want to go with this, but that will be for next period. Let's look at week 13 together. Share. All right. So again, we are looking at week 13. Let me move this out of the way. Again, when you look at this spreadsheet is kind of how I track my life, right? When I go back and I try to make positive steps forward every day, this is what I'm trying to do. So the first one is health. Health is wealth, as they say. And the first thing you should notice is I only worked out 3 days this week, which is the first time in a long time I actually hurt myself, which has taken me out the last 4 days. Lower back, kettlebell swings. I was doing really well. I was getting stronger, getting in shape. And truth be told, I was on the final set of a kettlebell sit-up combination, and I got lazy. I wasn't focused on the swing. And if you know my history, the kettlebell swing is what hurt me a couple of years ago. So I should have known better. But I didn't, and I've been suffering quite a bit of pain the last 3 or 4 days, so not cool. This fasting fell off a cliff. The 2 days I did it was by accident, wasn't a focus of mine, and was only able to do sit-ups those first couple of days because, of course, I couldn't move for 3 days, so pretty bad. Still was able, we set a record for the period. We had this goal of 20,000 views a week on YouTube. And while we barely scraped over it in week 10, we did hit it pretty comfortably in week 13. So very happy about that. Podcast listens really spiked this week. Never seen this number before, 17,513. Again, if you don't know, every video on my YouTube channel, which is where original content starts, it all ends up in a podcast uploaded every Saturday by the same name, one rental at a time. Can't make this up. We actually hit 150 new subscribers again this week, which is the goal. I think we hit it, we hit it 4 or 5 times this period. I was a little nervous. Thursday, for whatever reason, we only had 7 or 8 new subscribers, but we came through with a big number on Saturday. So I thank you very much. And Instagram, again, we hit the Instagram goal, so we'll probably have to adjust that going forward. Now for just over 4,600. As for the business, like you, it's tough out there. The real estate market is tough. I look every day. I compare deals every day. And for most of you, this is the time to learn. This is the time to get comfortable with the numbers. And, keep going. This is a tough market even for me. We did write one offer. It was significantly below asking. Didn't expect to get it, but I wanted to plant the flag. It was a fixer-upper. So we will see in a couple of weeks if it is still out there. My guess is some flipper comes along and does a skinny deal, and we won't see that in the next 4 or 5 days, but we shall see. As for marketing, didn't spend a lot on marketing this period, right? Only spent about $2,000. I was willing to spend up to 10. This is something I'm going to have to meet with the team and really talk about, because again, I'm willing to spend here, but I want to spend wisely. We still are running off mailers that we bought earlier, hangers, texting, cold calling, and the like. We didn't increase cash flow in the last, 5 weeks, but we hit our goal. That was mainly by paying off debt, which again is one way to do it. Again, we paid off some debt to increase cash flow. We didn't sell anything in a while. I have 3 properties ready to go. We have one buyer that will be looking at buying all 3. He asked to wait until August 31st, which is tomorrow. Apparently he gets a bonus from his work, and he wants to make sure he has his proceeds. These properties cash flow for me. They're rentals, so I had to wait 3 weeks. So be it. We have done a deal with this individual before, so I was willing to cut him some slack. So we haven't marketed these 3 houses. There's 2 in the tower and one in Madera. So I'm really happy about them. We'll see tomorrow, or maybe it's Tuesday, if he's going to buy all 3. If he only buys 2, we shall see. But I'm pretty confident those will all close in the next 30 to 45 days. And we haven't bought anything in a while. The last thing we bought was that 3-house triplex deal. Didn't do anything special this week. Need to find out a way to do more special things, create some memories for Olivia and I. Continued to create 4 hours of content. We did that each of the last 13 weeks. Clearly, as you'll see in my 13-week summary, I was too granular on my videos. So I need to be better at that. Don't really self-market well. So it's again a big miss. Was again a guest on a podcast. Actually was on 2 podcasts this week. So I should change that. Let's look at that. Change that real time. That was fun. I really enjoy those. So if you are on or you know of other podcasts that need to hear the one rental at a time story, I would always appreciate an introduction, a connection. This channel is growing, and you can help me grow it faster by making introductions to other folks. So if you could do that favor, that would be great. As for selling books, I clearly the goal was clearly too high. It was 100. I think we only hit that once. But yeah, we did 70 books last week, down a little bit from the week before. Again, that is on Amazon, and that's just Amazon. So that's paperback and what do they call it? Whatever they're Kindle, paperback and Kindle. We did do 260 reviews, so we did 9 more reviews. Thank you. Something I really love is the book selfies and the Amazon reviews you all are leaving for me. I think they make a difference. I think they help show up in different search results. So thank you very much. We did sell 50 audiobooks this week, which was a big number. So that is taking off. Only 1 Audible review though. So if you have an Audible, one rental at a time, if you don't mind leaving a quick 5-star review, that would be great. As for the courses, we've got 12 people signed up for the free course, which is really just an introduction to who I am and what I do. Not a lot in there, but it's enough to get started, figure out who I am. But we did do 6 paid courses this week. So not quite the goal of 7, but we did do 6. I don't know what else to say. The course is the best thing I've created. I put it at a price point, so it should be easy for most of you to do it. But don't expect it to be fluff. It smacks you in the face step 1 with work, right? And if you're not going to do the work, don't buy it. I don't need it. I put this out there because A, I want to cover my costs, and B, I want you to have some skin in the game. And if you do sign up for the paid course, make sure you get added to the private Facebook group that is growing. I talk to them every Saturday, answering their questions. The students are interacting with other students now. One of the students said the other day, the private Facebook group, which I moderate, is worth the price of the course. So that made me feel pretty good. Plus, You get an hour of my time every Saturday. Pretty cool. And then finally, we did end up doing a donation of about $3,000. What I did there is we went in and we found people in our portfolio that needed help, and we wiped out past rent due for them. There are people in my portfolio that have lost their jobs, one or other. The ones that are communicating with us, we have forgiven rent. We're trying to help the people that we can. There are people that are still significantly behind, but they're not communicating with us and potentially playing a game of ghosting us when all of this goes away. But we sat with our property management team. We figured out who really needed some help, and we gave out just under $3,000 in past rent that we have forgiven. Again, makes us feel good to help people. I remember as a teenager being a couple of days from having to leave our home a couple of times. It was rough. So if we can alleviate some of the pressure for people, we were happy to do it. So really proud that we were able to do that, and we will continue to donate going forward. You'll see that something that's important to us. So that was week 13. Again, I think it's important to track your progress every week. Now what I'll do is I'll shut this down, and then we'll talk about all 13 weeks because I think there's a lot of lessons learned in looking at both weekly and then looking at the totality. All right, everybody, take care. Thanks.